Welcome. This is the Delmarva Sports Insider, the only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports. It's yours truly, sports anchor Devin J. Martin. Now, tonight's DSI will be a little different because sports director Brandon Bosser is out tonight. So it's going to be just me, but nonetheless, welcome into the show. Don't go anywhere because you don't want to miss all the spring sport action from this week. Now, we start off the show tonight on the diamond with Mardella Boys Baseball hosting the Kent Island Buccaneers. Mardella coming into the game with a record of 3-2, trying to avoid a two-game losing streak, while the Bucks, trying to get a win on the road, come in with a 2-1 record. The game is tied at 1-1, and the Bucks have a man on third. This pitch is going to go in the dirt, and the catcher is going to lose track of the ball. He won't find it, and the Bucks are going to capitalize, taking a 2-1 lead. This is where the Bucks would seize control. O'Brien up at the plate. He knocks it to short. He doesn't beat the throw to first, but he does get the RBI. Kent Island up 3-1. The Bucks get 2 runs across the plate, but the Bucks would lock down the Warriors on the mound to close this one out. Schultz on the plate, on the mound, pitch is high, but he gets the strikeout. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for the Bucks. The Warriors would try to respond late. Runner is rounding third. He's going to try to beat the throw, but he is out at the plate. Kent Island takes down Mardella in this one in a final score of 5-1. Now let's step to the plate for some more baseball. The Seahawks hosting the Clippers. The Clippers striking early. Ryan McLaughlin on the mound, and this pitch gets away from him, and it's in the dirt. The Clippers taking advantage, slides into home, and Bennett is on top 1-0. But it wouldn't take long for the Seahawks to respond. Logan Tapman up at the plate, and he's going to get under this one and drive it into center field. Luke Murgat on his way to home plate, and he's safe. Another run would cross the plate for the RBI double, and Decatur would keep the momentum on their side. A.J. Cobb up to bat, and he lays down a bunt, but Caden Shockley already halfway to home plate, and he is safe, but the ball will get away from the Clippers, and Cobb's bunt would turn into an RBI double. Bennett would try to mount a comeback late in the 6th inning, but they will not be able to catch Decatur as the Seahawks take this one in a score of 6-4. Now, more diamond action. Sussex Central hosting Milford. Zamir Gardner up with the bags full, and he rips a single. That's going to plate a run, and the Knights are on the board, but the Knights were just getting warmed up. A.J. Cannon up, and he slashes that one over to third. That one's hard to handle. Everyone is safe on the play. Central is up 2-1, and the train keeps moving on. Colin Tucker goes back up the middle, and too hot for the Bucks shortstop to handle. Errors cost Milford big time in this game. Look what happens when you put the ball in play. The Knights putting pressure on the infield, and it pays off. Central erupts in the 2nd inning. 8 of their 14 runs in the bottom of the second alone. Central takes this one in a score of 14-4. And now we're going to move to the softball field. Jenna White at the plate. She grounds to short but doesn't beat the throw, and the Bucks get out of a jam, but the Warriors respond. And then Samantha Waite at the plate, and she drives it into left field, and she gets tagged out at second base, but she gets the RBI, and the Warriors are just getting started. And then you're going to see Logan Webster at the dish, and she gets every piece of this one. She sends it all the way to the wall. This one does a lot of damage to the Bucks. This one drives another run across the plate. Webster gets the stand-up double. Mardella takes a 3-1 lead, and Mardella would just dominate Kent Island in this one. Lily Travers is going to send this one down the third baseline, and she drives in yet another run for the Warriors. Kent Island would not come close to taking it in this one, as the Warriors get a win in a final score of 12-1. Now moving over to the another softball field. This one was all Sussex Central. There's a clean single into center field, and this one is going to bring in one of their many runs. And really, one was enough for the pitcher in the circle. Caitlin Evick up at the plate, and she gets under this one, but she just misses a 3-run shot. Ball hits off the fence. She gets the stand-up double and brings home 2 runs. The offense did their job, and the Knights sent the ace of all aces to the circle. Sophomore Madge Layfield had it all working once again. Swing and a miss for Milford. Layfield gets a strikeout, 1 of 14 on the afternoon. With the Knights up 16-0, Layfield dominated. She didn't allow a base hit in the 5-inning victory. Layfield with a no-hitter. Knights with the win Here's Coach John Wells and Layfield after the game.
We want to get back there for sure, and that was one of our team goals. But when you start overlooking teams and thinking back to the finals, teams are going to trip you up. And I think we learned that the first game of the year against a very good and improved Dover Christian team. But it's one game at a time for us. We love to get back there. That's a goal. We get the talent to do it, but there are a lot of obstacles in the way. Some very good teams.
We knew playing them from last year during the regular season, we won 19-2, but we ended up playing them again in the playoffs and we only won 7-3. So we knew coming that we had to bring our A game because everyone in the state else is bringing their A game towards us.
So let's talk a little bit about what we just saw in the second week of baseball and softball. Kent Island looked really impressive downing Mardella. Kent Island's pitching was absolutely dominant despite the high winds. They held Mardella to only 1 run. Their batters were also extremely patient in the box throughout the whole game. They waited for smart pitches, and that was the difference maker in this one. And now moving over to Sussex Central, they absolutely dominated Milford. They were locked in on both sides. The bullpen only giving up 4 runs on 8 hits. And we have to mention Brendan Anderson. He led the Knights with 8 strikeouts. He also had 3 hits, including a double and a triple. And then we're going to move to softball because Sussex Central softball team absolutely shut down Milford, as we just talked this week. Oh, wow. The Golden Knights had everything going for them. Sophomore Madge Layfield doing what she always does, and that is dominating the mound. We're going to be seeing more from her later. She pitched a complete 5-inning, 14 strikeout no-hitter, and McKenna Boyle led the offense going 4 for 4 at the plate while also having 4 RBIs herself. And our other outdoor sports we were able to get to was lacrosse. Today, our crews were at the Wicomico County Stadium for girls lacrosse. Going from the mound to the lacrosse field, the Parkside Rams facing off against the Bennett Clippers. The Rams were out in front early, very early, dominating the first half 13-2. You see Lacey Welch scoring and pushing in the second half to the lead over to a dozen. And the Clippers didn't have much of a chance in this one. Bennett tried to mount a second half comeback, but they couldn't stop the Rams' 2-headed onslaught. You're going to see shortly one of them, Miranda Mears. She makes the cut, and then she scores on the net. She had 5 goals on the night. And Reagan Becker, you're going to see her shortly. She destroyed, look at that passing right there. And then Reagan Becker gets the ball and just throws it in. They both destroyed the Clippers, notching 6 goals between them in the first half and then 10 goals for the game. Each had 5 apiece. Becker added 3 assists. Parkside wins big. Now that'll do it for your A block. We're taking a commercial break, but when we return, we got a local athlete spotlight. And when we come back with After the Whistle, so don't go anywhere, that and more when Delmarva Sports Insider returns.
Hi, my name is Jalen Warner, and I play running back at Delmar High School, and you are watching Delmarva Sports Insider.